Hey, it's Isabel from the Assisted Living Network, and we need to address the elephant in the room: oversaturation.
In the United States right now, there are 76 million baby boomers. The number one dilemma for these baby boomers? Housing. That dilemma can be your opportunity. Welcome to the Assisted Living Network podcast, where you can discover how just one residential assisted living home could secure your financial future forever.
Many people worry about oversaturation in the assisted living market, so we've got to talk about it. Here's the thing. Let's run some stats, okay? There are currently 1,197,600 licensed beds in the U.S. And the NIC is projecting that in the next 5 years, we're going to need 2,296,000 beds. So basically, there's 1.2 million beds, but we need 2.3 million. Who's going to build those additional 1.1 million beds in just the next 5 years? That's a huge gap. And it's due to the baby boomers coming into the market. The silent generation is aging out of assisted living. They're in their final years of need, but the 76 million baby boomers, they're just coming into the market, baby. They're just starting. So we've got 10, 15, 20 years left of nonstop growth. The NIC is projecting that we're only building about 50,000 new beds per year. So times that by 5, that's an additional 250,000 new beds by 2029. We're still going to be incredibly short on safe housing for our seniors. The gap is there. Did you know that 70% of people will need some form of care or housing help towards the end of life for an average of 3.5 years? This isn't something that people sign up for fun. This is a must-have, a serious situation, an inevitable situation. But what are the other options? Well, of course, there's in-home care. A caregiver can come and live with you one-on-one in your home, and the average cost of this is $27 an hour. So if you need 24/7 care, $27 an hour times 24 hours in a day times 30 days in a month, that's $19,000 a month, plus your mortgage, your food, your utilities, activities, medication, entertainment. The list goes on and on. This can get quite pricey very quickly. Well, what about having a loved one take care of you? Someone could quit their job and take care of you 24/7. This is an option for some families, and it's almost like that stay-at-home mom model. For some families, the income possibilities of having one person work and the other person stay at home to do caregiving, whether it's to a child or an elderly loved one, is a better financial situation than having two people working and having to pay for the care. Every family and situation is different, but it's more than just financial. We need to consider the heart of it all. I'm going to say something controversial, so bear with me. Some people are not cut out to be caregivers. They're not patient. They're not kind. They don't have a caring heart or the attention to detail or medical inclination that many seniors need towards the end of life. Personally, I know myself, and the reason my family opened a care home is because we did not want to do the caring ourselves. I didn't have the patience or kindness required. And on top of that, we wanted to have, father-daughter, father-son relationship and not transition into that caregiver and senior role. It took away the humanity of all of it. So it just made more sense to stay in our prospective roles, open a gorgeous home with top-tier care, and provide that instead. At the end of the day, you have to know yourself and know what's best for you emotionally, financially, and relationally. It's a different answer for everyone, and there's no right or wrong. So let's dive back into oversaturation. If your area seemingly has a lot of care homes and you're wondering, should I invest in this market? Well, you need to do some research, because just because there is a massive need, it doesn't mean that it's heavy in your market. And when you do an internal feasibility study, you want to determine how many beds exist, what they're charging, what they're providing, how full they are, do they have waiting lists, or are they empty? All of this information will guide you on if your market is a fit or not. If the answers are leading you in the direction of an open blue ocean opportunity, then this would be a good market to look into. And if the answers are turning up to look like it'd be a little tough, then consider elsewhere. Seniors are aging everywhere. Live where you want, invest where makes sense. In an oversaturated market, people will be competing on pricing. For example, in Arizona, there's over 3,000 group homes in one county. That is an insane amount of homes. So people compete over pricing. They will cut price by $500 a month just to gain the resident over another home down on the exact same road. This is the reality of a more saturated market. You will compete on price, and you will have to find a way to stand out based on your amenities and your reputation. Now, in a market where assisted living barely exists, you actually may be able to take it sky high when you're the only option in the area. As for cons, staffing may be hard to find because there's not a strong culture of assisted living in that market. So you may have to educate the market on what residential assisted living is because all they know is big boxes. And more than likely, that is what's in your market if there's no RALs. But filling the beds may become quite easy because the market is typically looking for alternatives to those big boxes. Regardless, if you're finding saturation is an issue in your area, look deeper. What's going on? Is it truly that the market is full, or is it that people don't trust the current providers? Research will guide your search. In general, remember, the boomers are coming into the market. There will be a massive lack of supply and a major increase in demand. And there is no better time than right now to enter this market. But always, always, always have your exit plan in mind. Build your business knowing how you plan to get out. We can talk about exit plans in another episode. So don't forget to like and share this episode. Follow us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And thank you for tuning in and listening to another episode of the Assisted Living Network. I'll see you next time.